humanity is worshiping gods geographically. Different countries worship different gods, and all these gods, they are living in the heavens, and they are being worshipped by religious texts, books, and these gods, we pray to them for our well-being and for our health and for our families. And we have these gods truly in our hearts, in our memory all the time, and we have faith in them, and we always put our hopes and the well-being of our families and ourselves in the hands of these gods. But I've been thinking, if we as a race, if we could also see the gods on earth right now, because the same way we worship and we have so much faith in gods that are in the sky, I am not seeing that amount of hope and faith in gods here on earth. And you may ask, and what are those gods? Well, the soil, it's a god. The ocean is a god. The rivers are gods. The lakes are gods. The mountains are gods. And then you may ask, and why are they gods? Well, didn't life started in the ocean? Wouldn't you worship and glorify the ocean where life on earth started? Wouldn't that be a good reason to glorify and to make it a god? Since all these living forms came from the water in the ocean, and wouldn't we glorify the rivers since they are the source of sweet water, and the lakes for having a diverse flora and fauna and all the type of microbes and living forms that we need to balance the ecosystems on earth? And what to say about the mountains that give us spring water that we can consume, that you don't need to filter, that you don't need to do anything to that water, that spring water is already there and available to drink. It doesn't need any process. Wouldn't you call that a god? You don't need filtration. It's just there for our consumption. And what to say about the forest? Because in the forest, we have half of our lungs are there. If not, oxygen conversion cannot happen and we cannot breathe. And they cannot exist. So you see, here on earth, we also have earth-bound gods. The soil where we harvest the food that you eat. Then we sit at the table and we pray and we give thanks to a God that is on the heaven for the food that the earth gave us. The food in our tables is coming from earth. But we glorify and we give thanks to a God that is in the heaven for something earth is providing us with. What is the level of consciousness to give thanks to a God that has never put food on your table? Because the food is coming from the earth. Because we can have all the faith we want and all the hope we want, and we can glorify what we want, but what is visible and what is truth is what is there in front of our eyes, and we're not seeing it. The carrot that you eat, the rice, the beans, the grains, the bread, the fish, everything is coming from earth. And it's being harvested not by gods but by farmers. I have never seen a God yet working on a field. I have seen farmers working on a field to then get that food, put it in a supermarket so that we can buy it. I have not seen any gods bringing food from heaven in a convoy. I have seen farmers getting food in the trucks and getting them into the supermarkets and the markets for us to consume. So we can pray and we can have faith and hope in any gods we want on the sky. But we're not seeing the true gods that are here on earth, which are the gods that are giving us our true sustenance or our sustenance. Our sustenance means the food that you eat that is on your table every day, the water that you drink, because in 2 or 3 days you will be dead without water. And in 7 to 10 days, you may be dead if you don't consume any food according to your body condition. And if the trees are not there and the forests are not there, if that God is not there, you won't be able to breathe, because then oxygen wouldn't happen. And what to say about the amount of fish in the water that we consume a lot in the oceans? Wouldn't you call that a God? Wouldn't you call the oceans a God? The rivers a God? The soil a God? The mountains a God? Consider putting that faith that you have in the heavens, allotting a little bit of that faith and that hope in our earth, and see what is here now in front of your eyes. Because we may die and then we will go to heaven, and maybe we will visit there, the ones that are there. But right now, the ones that are giving us sustenance and helping our survival are the ones here on earth. So let's put a little bit of that love, faith, hope, and pray for earth as well. Because earth is also our goddess, our God, whatever we want to call it. It's genderless. It's here to help us survive. It's here to give us birth. It gives us birth. It sees us through life. It gives us the sustenance that we need to make it to the end of our time. And so far, in my experience, I have not seen any sky gods with food in their hands for us here. So I give thanks and pray and glorify this earth I woke upon. Because to me, this is the true God.